Okay. And make sure it's up. Hi guys, sorry, give me 1 minute. I'm almost organized. Okay, so where should I start? This is the first one. I'm restructuring things, so hopefully it's easier for people. A little bit easier, a little bit more streamlined, so everyone can figure out what there are, and then afterwards I can put up the thumbnails and all that. Now that I think that I have a way to go. And I don't want to overdo each one, so I'm trying to decide the important ones here. So we're winging it for this next month or so. That's kind of how it's going to go. Sorry, I just ate food in my teeth. Don't want that. I had to eat quickly. I was starving. So I want to do the structured ones and kind of do them like that, so it leaves more time for some fun lives, hang out, chill, whatever. And as I'm learning the structure, as I'm trying to figure it out, we're going to work our way through it and see how it goes. So the first one is going to be Aries, then it's going to go Leo, Sag. So if you, wherever you happen to jump in, once the live replay is posted, you'll be able to pop in and go to the timestamp. That's why I had my notebook, because I wanted to remember to write it down. Because I'm learning how all this stuff works. So we learn as we go, so work with me here. I had a lot of stuff going on. I'm always busy, but I want to make sure that I can be here, available, and focused on what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Hello, Micah. I love that. Hey, welcome. So for my Aries, can I just have one to focus? Hi, Rames? Is it Rames? Yeah. I'm great. How are you? All right. So for my Aries, three big boys. Hi. How are you? I love you as certain dark things are to be loved in secret between the shadow and the soul. Conjure in your mind's eye a secret pleasure. Give thanks for the luxury of enjoying something that is yours alone, whatever it may be. This is for my Aries. So the idea is these monthly action steps are just to focus you a little bit, help you. If we figure where the moon signs and all the things going on, still Mercury and retrograde, stuff like that. If we can focus our eyes, our intentions on these small little things, we can help our healing. We can help get to our highest best self. We don't have to be worrying about the tea, what everyone else is doing. If we can focus on just these one simple things, it's a lot easier to do. So the idea to get started is understanding that those desires, those things that you want, they're put in your brain to actually help you realize. MCDO, I don't know what that is. I have no idea. So, give me 1 sec. I need a bigger desk. That's what I need. I don't know what that is, but so I can't say whether I like it or dislike it. All right, Aries, let's get this. MCDO. Don't know what it is. Can I have a gratitude for my rubbernecker? I love that name. Hello, how are you? Give me one gratitude for my Aries. You sent out a couple, and that's, let me see, you got two. So apparently Aries gets two. I lied and said I was busy. I was busy, but not in a way most people understand. I was busy taking deeper breaths. I was busy silencing irrational thoughts. I was busy calming a racing heart. I was busy telling myself that I'm okay. It's okay to take time for yourself today. Yes, that makes sense. What is your favorite way to practice self-care on a regular basis? And why is it your favorite? By being intentional and asking these questions, which is very much where this one is, taking that time to do self-care and focusing on the things that you actually want and desire are extremely helpful for that, right? And whether it doesn't mean you have to sit still in meditation, because some people, I know I'm one of them, struggle with it. So if we can get out of that thought process and understand that um, taking that time to just get quiet, to focus. I don't care if you're moving, get up and move, but shut down your brain. Get out of the shoulda, woulda, couldas, the worries, the fears, all that stuff. Get out of that and allow yourself space to dream. Think about those pleasures and desires that you actually want, and allow yourself to focus on them. You're learning how to set aside that time, and it's a really good space. Okay, for my Aries, give me one. I see the theme here. We're learning how to find that space. Yeah. Say sorry to yourself. Say sorry. You don't have to reaching out to each and every person that you've ever hurt to say sorry to. Doesn't it's a thing that yes we would like to always happen, but you have to understand that God knows you're sorry. The universe knows you're sorry. So when you think about it like that, I'm going to read this one because it's important. And we're healing the earth. We're healing other people's things. Hi, Felix. How are you? Also, angel number 78. So if you do some homework, look up angel number 78. There'll be an extra message there for you. I don't know what that says, but Mr. Okay. So, defenseless, writing past wrongs, uprooting. We're living in divisive times. When we're hurt and triggered, we tend to see the things as a personal attack rather than an opportunity for healing. If we're to find true peace and unity, we need to drop our defenses and see things outside of right and wrong. As souls, we intrinsically remember unity and yearn for it here on earth. Perhaps this is why it feels so painful when we experience the opposite. But it's crucial to remember that we can't simply bypass reality and extend that unity, love, and forgiveness are here. This is one of the greatest challenges for starseeds. To bring about unity, we must first acknowledge the ways in which both we and the world have been divisive, personally, ancestrally, and collectively. The shadows, hate wounds, separation, severing, wrongs, and sadness. You may be called to explore how you, your ancestors, or your society have consciously or unconsciously inflicted pain on others. To find a way to drop the armor around your heart and see things as they truly are for all people. To say, I'm sorry, with an open heart and mean it. To be part of the healing rather than the perpetuation of inherited conflict or oppression. This isn't about blame. It's about unwinding the patterning that got us here. It's about unlearning the negative thoughts, the negative thinking, the worry, the fear. You may be called to devote your time to causes you believe in or do healing work on your ancestral line. How are you being called to drop your defenses and unwind past wrongs? So the idea is when you start focusing on these things, we're not sitting here to wallow in it or to feel guilty about all the things that we've done. The idea is that when you understand and can say sorry for the things that you have done wrong. And it's apologizing to yourself too, because when you're thinking about those conflicts in your mind, when you're thinking about how your brain works, the programming that you've had to deal with along the way, it creates a crazy space for you to concentrate, but it also allows you to dream big. You release the negative and you say, you know, I can't control the things that were done before me, but I can learn about it and do a little better, and think a little better, see things a little better, dream a little bigger, you know, take that space and be a little more intentional. That's the whole thing we're trying to do. All right. Expect powerful change. Yeah. Two, once you start focusing and understanding that saying I'm sorry also includes saying sorry to yourself. Also includes being intentional, making time to dream about your desires. Find an act of self-care that allows you to be centered and grounded. So Aries has been kind of doing it. Now you're just learning how to focus it into intentions, which is really good. I don't know why I keep putting these away because I'm going to be doing it again. I only have so much room on my desk. We're learning as we go because I'm reorganizing. I'm trying to do this so it's not so long for each of the signs, so they don't have to be hour long. This says inner temple. I knew that was going to come out. Literally knew that was going to come out. And this is good because you're learning how to focus inwards. And especially in retrograde with what's going on, all of those lessons and those things that you think you're already past that keep popping up, they're there to see that you made a different choice. They're there to show you and allow you to say, hey, I know I've made a different choice. Celebrate that. And expect different things to happen because you made a different choice. It's the law of the universe, right? So inner temple, angel number 70, that's your spirituality, that's aligning. Very good. And it makes sense. Devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. You're being called to be a devoted student and tune into your heart, to incorporate true devotion in your life. You could be being called to develop a regular meditation, journaling, or chanting practice, or show up to your soul with rhythm, to develop a daily practice where you fill up your well and spend time with your soul. All of the answers to all of the questions that you seek are waiting for you in the portal of your heart. But you cannot hear them unless you carve out time each day to listen. And that's the really important part. That's what is very clearly focusing on for you guys, Aries. Your soul is yearning for a deeper relationship with you. And so the more time you spend with it and show up to it, the more clearly it will guide you. We are here to grow as souls. Earth is one big playground for the soul to learn. And you are being called to go deeper in your soul growth or to increase your devotion by being a student of a lineage or a spiritual teacher. If you have already been a committed student, then you are being commended for your devotion. Your guides want you to know how proud of you they are and that the time you spend in devotion is priceless. If you are questioning your career or life path, your guides want you to turn your focus toward devotion and this prayer. Please use me in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. May my life be one big moving prayer. And then just commit to a daily devotional practice. And it doesn't have to be prayer. And I just want to be very clear when I say that. I think everybody should pray. But here is, like, me, do I go on my hands and knees and put my hands up and pray like that? No, I've tried. It doesn't work that way. I am constant conversation. I'm always asking the questions, receiving the answers, saying thank you 100 times a day. And don't let anybody tell you how your conversation should go, how you should pray. The sad thing is when that happens, it turns a lot of people away from it, and then they're afraid of what they're doing, or they think what they're doing is wrong, so it's not going to work. If you're talking to God, if you're spending time thanking yourself, if you're spending time treating yourself with love, prosperity, and those answers are always going to find you. They must find you because you're doing the things that work for you. Because God doesn't give all messages for everybody to hear and understand in the same way. And when we start understanding that, we can lean into that, not judge ourselves for how we do it. We take the moments to be intentional, find out what our actual desires are, what we want, and turn it into some form of self-practice, self-love practice, right? Whether it's getting up and dancing, whether it's going for a nature walk, journaling, having tea time. I make tea on my website, and I make it an entire ritual practice. And the whole point of it is to show people it's not about what you're doing. If you're doing things with the highest of intentions and with the good, obviously you're not doing things to hurt other people, so it's never going to be bad. It's never going to end up bad for you, right? And that was really quick. Opportunity, readiness for change. Yes, you see, you're going within, you're understanding. When you're intentional, you're getting ready for change. So the sun in Aquarius, you're waiting, that opportunity is coming. You're dreaming it into existence right now. You're figuring out what's going on. You're understanding how to be in that zero space, in that void where you get to manifest and bring to life your actual desires. And in doing that, you create a really great space. Now, this one is my favorite. I love the art of this. Can I have one on this message for my Aries for the month of March? Showing up with intention. Dreaming their desires. That's the one. Fire. Ooh, you're getting that fire in your belly, and that's really, really good. Okay. And that just makes so much sense because fire signs. Hello. 15. Angel number 15. Also, come on now. And this one's short and sweet, so. Solaris Sublime, Duality, Creation, Kundalini, the Rising Phoenix, bringing conflict into harmony, intensity, transformation, the incredibleness of being alive, coalescence, and infinite energy. Hello, Haniel and Uriel in transit. Nice. They're in transit? Cool. All right, we live in a dualistic world of light and dark, yin and yang, masculine and feminine. We're balancing that fire. Focusing only on light can repress your shadows. Bringing both sides into balance and being real with our humanness allows us to reach more joy, authenticity, and depth. By accepting and loving all of ourselves as we truly are, we can extend more of this love and have deeper compassion with others. This painting portrays the balance dance of creation. The greater the distance of separation, of duality, the greater the density. As the dragons come together, they dissolve into one with all that is. In this place of coalescence, the fusion brings both sides together in oneness, not just as a remerging with the universe, but in an alchemical process of becoming the empowered creator force that we are. So the themes of this is what's your passion, what's your motivation. Sometimes destruction has to show up to allow you to rebuild from a solid foundation. Power, illumination, determination, inner light, forging forward, and transformation. By the way, it's also the year of the horse. Then you have Aries, like you're plowing forward and you're doing really good, and you're just being a little more intentional with it. And I really like that. Okay, let me get one angel number for my Aries. Hopefully we get these in time. It's already 12:30. I think we'll be okay. Help me get these messages out in enough time for all three. Give me one for my Aries. What's their angel number to focus on for the month? 444. Protection. You are protected, and I love that one. Protection, transformation, courage, alignment, clarity, purpose, strength, and divine love. Prepare for the blessings you've been waiting for. They're on their way. You were born for a higher purpose. Focus your energy on your goals and trust that the universe will align the right people, opportunities, and resources to realize your dreams. 444. When you start seeing it everywhere, get present. Focus on what's going on. How are you feeling? Who's talking around you? What were you talking about? What's playing on the radio? Those are going to be those little things that start guiding you towards your dreams. Just give me one affirmation for my Aries. When I lead from a place of love, people respect me. You're not just plowing ahead. You're not just blindly diving into things. You're taking a moment, you're being intentional. You're understanding that when you're intentional and when you can get to that place. Hi, Kay. Good morning. How are you? Oh, I guess it's noon now, so good afternoon. This is my Aries. I'm doing Leo here in a second. So the one for Aries was 444. So if you're Aries, you start seeing that. When I do this, I'm looking at the timestamp, so hopefully I can do this right. And then the affirmation. We just finished Aries. When I lead from a place of love, people respect me. And that one is a beautiful one. I want to write, let me do this now. I'm trying to figure out how to do this so more people kind of get through. I'm Scorpio. That's okay. I'm going to do water signs tomorrow. It'll probably be right about the same time. What timestamp do we have? 2049. 2050 is Aries will be Leo. All right, we're starting Leo. I'm just trying to figure out how to do the timestamps. Um, we're doing it, we're figuring it out, we're winging it as we go, but I want to do it so people don't have to click on 500 videos. The idea is they can pop in and click right to their part, and then it's, 10 or 20 minutes instead of an hour each one. I can always do longer ones, but the idea is most people are busy, they got a lot of things going on, and I want to get you your message and your in-out guidance and have you go about your day. So for my Leos, that was quick. This one's kind of, this is a fire sign theme, very clear. I love you as certain dark things are to be loved. Even though I shuffled, it still came out. So we're focusing, we're dreaming of our desires, and this is really important. In secret, between the shadow and the soul, conjure in your mind's eye a secret pleasure. Give thanks for the luxury of enjoying something that is yours alone. Even though I shuffled, it came out again. So that tells me that very well be all fire signs. And I have a feeling that's kind of what this is going to boil down to. Because usually they're pretty good, but sometimes it seems the theme of the whole thing is like they all have the same theme. That's why I decided to group it into fire signs and see if that made a difference. But it seems very clear that they're all similar, which for me is also learning, because that's good. I may be able to break it down and just say for the fire signs, and I maybe not have to break it down into each sign. And that may be where it's heading, but I'm learning as I go, because I did it differently. Before, I didn't know if it was going to have to be broken down so simply, or we can generalize it a little bit, which when we're generalizing it a little bit, it saves space, right? And people can get their message and go. And that's, I don't want people to have to feel stuck here. I want them to come, get their message, feel good about it, and find a way to actually incorporate it into their daily lives. So for my Leos, can I have a self-care one? One self-care on this message for our monthly action steps. How you love yourself is how you teach others to love you. And this is, so it's still the same aligning. Like, really it is. If you go back to Aries, you'll see. Picture what it would look like to be loved and appreciated by the world in just the manner you most desire. Channel this image as you move through your day. So we're focusing on our desires. We're focusing how we want to be seen, how we want to be loved, how we want to be treated. And when we do that, we create a space for our own selves that says, I can ask for it because I understand what it is. And that's really important. How can you get what you want if you don't know how to ask for it? And if you don't know what it is, you can just say, am I going to win today? And you could win 2 cents and be sent on your way. Well, you got what you wanted, right? It's not about not understanding. It's about getting clear with what you're asking. Just like when I was talking with I'm taking classes and workshops, and I'm building my own workshops. But in doing that, I'm learning how to ask for those things, to create the things. And with ChatGPT and using AI and all those things, having to ask the questions, I was asking, but I'm like, that's not quite what I want. It seems a little general, and I really want to dig deeper here, and I want to pull it out because I know what I want, but sometimes explaining it is tricky. And what I've learned is it takes practice, but also when you learn to get really clear on what you want, it's a lot easier to get the help you need, whether it's searching things in anything, researching, knowing the right book to pull out. Like, getting the answers you need only happens when you get clear about the question you're asking. And it goes the same way with manifesting. It goes the same way with building a life and learning and sharing and growing. So all of these, focus on your desires, focus on your intention, get clear. Whether that's shutting your eyes and having a meditation moment, getting present with a cup of tea, whether it's going for a walk and just seeing the universe and saying, man, this is beautiful. I want to be able to look at this each day. I want to sit on my backyard. Start dreaming it. Start seeing what those desires are so you can actually manifest them. Then we got the courageous pony. And this is It's funny that that would be Leos, because Leos are already the bold. I know I'm a Leo. We're not good at shy. We just speak it out into the world, right? The courageous peony. Angel number 50, that's clarity, transformation, change. So always look these up if you feel called to. If you just type it in, you can even type it in YouTube. I'm sure there's lots of video ones that will explain it to you, the transformation, change. I could do story after story after story on angel numbers. So, but if you feel called to look them up, there's always a little extra meaning there. So something that would be maybe nagging at you, that question in the back of your mind, if one of the angel numbers I pop out here and there throughout the thing, it's absolutely meant to show you exactly what it is. So the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. Flowers don't open and close. This is one of my favorite cards, by the way. Flowers don't open and close to who walks by. They embrace all of what they are and show it to the world around them. The peony doesn't try to compete with the cherry blossom, and the cherry blossom doesn't try to compete with the tulip. They own what they are and trust in the timing of their true nature. You're being called to do the same. It's time to open yourself up to being seen. Time to share your incredible, multifaceted, true nature with the world around you. To uncover and reveal your soul's greatest gifts without wavering. To own your uniqueness without apology. There's a flower on this planet that holds the same qualities that your soul is readying itself to express. Let it inform you. You may have been taught that it's safer to keep your light hidden and your voice small, to hide behind the bushes instead of growing tall. The courageous peony is here to remind you that it's safe to embody all of who you truly are. It's safe to share your voice and let yourself be seen. At first it may feel uncomfortable and you may be afraid of what others think, but with each passing day it does become easier. Little by little you realize that it draws in those who are meant for you, and experiences you've been longing for arrive at your feet. How are you being called to allow yourself to be more visible and seen in the world? And it's just, the idea isn't we're trying to force anything. It's we're getting curious. Just like I teach in all of my alchemy of motion, in my accountability, the grace and the grind, there's no judgment. We are who we are, and we need to start being a little more proud of it. But also, at the end of the day, not so proud that we're not learning. That's another thing, and that always seems to get turned upside down. You should never be too proud to learn, but you should always be proud of who you are and where you've come from, good, bad, ugly, because it made you who you are, right? But at the end of the day, for you to define what you want, to understand, to make those times, to be intentional, you have to be proud of who you are. You have to be able to seek what it is you want, because you're so proud of who you are, you get to show others that standing tall is not something to be ashamed of. And there's so many more people out there that need that. So when you lead by example, it's only going to end up in your benefit. Transformation. Yeah, there's a lot of transformation going on, especially in Mercury retrograde. And the reason I say that is because it's bringing all the things back, right? It's bringing the things back for you to have a look at. Have I made better decisions? Am I doing better? It's not a bad thing. It's bringing it back up to show you all the places that you've changed, all the places that you're doing better, that you could still do better. And that's a really good thing to understand. Also, angel number 106, which again breaks down to a 7, which is connecting spiritually, connecting to yourself, as above, so below. It's really important. When we start to align ourselves, no matter who we are, where we're from, when we start to understand that, that's where deep, deep transformation takes place. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. I love this so much. Things are changing at a cellular level. You are not who you were a year ago or who you will soon be. You are in between, emerging, half risen, half falling. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. You will look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within yourselves. It's time to release old ways of being that have kept you in fight, flight, freeze mode, to choose a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. Old childhood patterns are rising up to be healed. As you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment, they loosen their grip and fall away. You're being called to find new ways to self-soothe. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Oshun influence this card. Saturn represents destruction and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that has been cast aside. And Oshun represents the tender love of the original mother. A rethreading is happening, healing at the deepest of levels. While you're in this phase, don't put yourself under pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationship with your body, perhaps even shifting your diet or exercise regime, or getting energetic healing support. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support, as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. You are deeply loved. And that's what's happening. When we start to listen and understand what they are and heal them, they integrate, and then they become a biggest part of our compassion, our strength, our superpowers. This is the affirmation for this card. I allow myself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change to happen at a cellular level. And when it starts happening at a cellular level, that is when I tell you these small decisions, these small changes, these things that we're doing become inherent, just like breathing. That's when you know it's at a cellular level. Those small changes, those small things that you've been doing start showing up over and over and over, and it's just easier and easier. You do it without even thinking. That's when you know the change at a cellular level has actually happened. Okay, give me one of these ones, and then I want the other Moonology. Give me one of these ones to focus. Oh yeah, Scorpio. If that's not confirmation, hold on. We got a change in your emotional life. Moon in Scorpio, transformation. Then we have Leo, shine brightly like the star you are. Eclipse in Leo. Transformation doesn't come without compassion for yourself and for everyone else. But first and foremost, yourself. And again, this is talking about Leo, so you had to know you were going to pop out. And then we have Moon in Libra. You know what? I'm going to tell you something in a second. Bring peace to your life, and your relationships will flourish. Moon in Libra and love. Just so you know, I'm a Scorpio sun. I'm a Libra rising, and I'm a Scorpio moon, which just kills me the way that came out. That's beautiful. So that just tells me that this message is just as much for me as it is you. So what it was telling me was, listen, Linda, pay attention. I kind of had to giggle at that. And for all my other Leos out there, you know what it is. When you get the message, they make sure, because we like to say, no, that can't be for me. No, that doesn't make any sense. No, or nope, that we try to justify it or find reason or validation. And because we are stubborn, it is a very big part of our DNA. Spirit will always say, okay, you're unsure? Here, in your face. Disregard that. Justify that. I can't. Do you want me to write your name in the sand? Like, that's kind of the facetious way they are. They're like, you can say, that's not me, that's somebody else. And then they go, well, how about this? This is right for you. And then it says, have faith in your dreams. Whatever it is you're dreaming, whatever it is you're building, whatever it is you have going on, that time that you're setting out, the intentions for your desires, for all of the things, dreaming about it, keeping that picture every day put it into your healing, put it into how you guide yourself, how you walk tall, understanding that for transformation there must be compassion, there must be all of these things. Transformation is always happening if you let it. Don't hold on to everything else. Let it fall away. Understand that places you need to unlearn, to relearn, are meant just for that. They're meant to teach you. Give me one of these on this message for my Leo. Okay. New blueprints. That's what transformation, that's what it creates, all right. And once you get that blueprint, you're creating it as you go. And when you start to trust that, oh, angel number 38 too. That's another good one. All these angel numbers I pop out, they're only for the ones that feel called. But I'm telling you, if you take the moment and you really do look up the one that calls to you, it will answer that question that's been nagging at the back of your mind. Okay, new blueprints. Be the change. Take action. Take a step, no matter how small. And anyone that knows me and knows what I teach, how I teach, what I talk about, that is the absolute biggest thing. Bite-sized, small, baby steps. I don't care if it takes a million of them. One little baby step in any direction is always going to get you out of stagnation, and it's going to help you where you got to go. And when you start learning how to do that, that's where the intentional comes behind it. Okay, ignite an upward spiral. Make a positive change. Ethics and compassion, and creating a ripple of light. Be the change you wish to see is an empowering mantra to remind us that we can step up and create the blueprints for the world we want to know. Powerful, meaningful change starts with you today. Despite our desire to see change, we can be overwhelmed by all that is going on in the world, and making a positive impact can seem impossible. It is healthy to have an interest in what is happening around us, but it is important not to become so disheartened that we can't find the inner light to ignite even the tiniest upward spiral of improvement. There is still so much natural beauty on this incredible blue planet, and there are organizations and solo game changers creating amazing transformation all the time. Shift your focus into what is possible rather than what isn't, right? That's the dreaming of your desires. Bossway, how are you? Yes, be the change you wish to see. 1,000%. I hope you're having a great day. I'm so glad I got to see your interview. I'm so inspired and I love it so much. I love that you stopped by. I appreciate it. I'm doing Leo. So I'm decided to do the fire signs, the water signs, and all that because they all seem to be kind of I want to say loosely connected. So the energies that you can focus on because of the moon situation each month, this is helping you focus on the transformation. This is helping you focus on those one or two things. So like this one is the intentional creating. Yeah, it was beautiful. I'm so grateful that I got to be there. Yeah, so what we're doing, Aries was the learning how to charge forward. But be intentional, to take those moments to find that peace, to find that desire that was planted in your brain of what you want to do and create was meant just for you, and it was given to you because you can accomplish it with just a little bit of intention, right? And Leos are the same path. They're still doing it, but it looks like they're at the new blueprint. They're taking those steps. They're forging ahead and learning how to actually be the action, right? Which fire signs that's what they are. They're the action. Like the air signs are the mind, the thinking, the logic. The hearts are the water, so that's the emotion, all this. The fire signs are the action, right? And then you have the earth signs, and that's when you ground it, right? So you ground it, and then you take action, right? So it's pretty exciting. This is a really good one. A little bit of attention can go a lot. Yes, amen. Just a little bit of dreaming, a little bit of grounding, just a little bit of each. And when we find balance in all of the four, we really create change. And this one, it seems that's where we're focused. Really, to be honest, the fire signs are taking the action, right? They've set the intention. They understand how to get back to that, and now they're taking the action, and that's pretty exciting. All right, shift your focus onto what is possible rather than what isn't. Stepping forward with action, however small, will benefit the vibration of the planet in some way. We have more of a voice than we realize. As consumers, we can direct our energy and make a difference through ethical choices. By stepping out of our own needs and wants, we can help someone less privileged. We can pick up trash, be present with someone, or smile at those we share a path with. Small acts create a ripple of goodness in the world. Consider how all beings can co-inhabit this glorious planet. Could you design a blueprint for ethical, compassionate, heart-centered living? What would the guardians of this earth need to be? How would they feel about themselves? What can you do to uphold this? This card inspires action, no matter how small, what that will create a ripple of light in the world. You are part of a bigger picture, a greater story, and your actions, your choices, your presence are making a difference. You have more power than you realize. Focus on what you can do and do it well. Change takes time, so make plans and start now. Again, Leos, you already know what you're doing. You're focused. You're having faith in your dreams. It makes me so happy because it's just, you already know the intention and you know that you're not going to get there by not showing up. Do it messy. Do it with good intention. Do it with your heart, but do it messy. And I'm very good at that. We roll with the punches. We do that. So on my Leo, that transformation, I've been through it 1,000 times. I'm almost a pro. All right, can I have an angel number for my Leos? One angel number. Okay. 1212. I can't tell you. I think I started this one. No, I posted my little video just saying that I was going live at 1212. This angel number follows me everywhere I go. And it's beautiful. It's persistence. And that's why it follows me. Enthusiasm, gratitude, fulfillment, transformation, and new experiences. A wonderful opportunity is aligned with your life's purpose. Aligned with your life's purpose is approaching. I can't read today, so bear with me. When it arises, take immediate action to embrace it. Additionally, a loving partnership or an epic romance may be on the horizon. Maintain your persistence and welcome the positive transformations coming your way. Now, it doesn't always have to be a romantic relationship. It could be you romancing yourself. And the reason I'm saying that is taking yourself on dates, learning what you love, understanding what it is that you need and want. Because how can you be a good partner? How can you have a good partner if you don't know what to ask for? Right? That's why it's so focused to intend. Anastasia, good morning. Well, good afternoon. How are you? I hope you're doing well. 1212 is the angel number of the day and persistence. And for anyone that knows me, they know, if nothing else, I have persistence. It can't always be about me, but yeah, I got it good. You taught me a lot, Anastasia. You gotta understand, we roll with it, right? And I like that it's coming up better this way. It's easier to do this way. The only thing I have to remember is when I post it from here, from my mobile, it seems to go private. So I got to make sure that I change the settings somehow. I haven't figured that out yet, but we will. Oh, I'm great. This one, I'm doing the fire signs. Tomorrow I'm going to do the water signs. So for the next 4 days, I'll be live doing just the guidance, ways to focus, ways to set our intentions, ways to focus on healing and be on our best self. And it doesn't, the idea is to learn to integrate the shadow self, those triggers. We don't want to hide them or hate them. We just want to catch them beforehand, which is all I ever talk about. And the idea is if we can do it and we can be more intentional and focus, have faith in our dreams, not give up, and just show up a little more intention. However we're doing it, just take that step, right? Yeah, it's on my computer, it is, but on my phone, I don't know why. And I'm trying to figure that out, but we'll get there. Those are tech things. As long as I remember, we're good. And I'm getting better at that. And then, for my Leos, I celebrate all the greatness in my life, no matter how big or how small. And this is a big one, because the more you do that, the more the universe sends you more. Yeah, we're learning as we go. And I've gone to the point where I take it, I try it. If it works, it's great. And if it doesn't work, then we reconfigure. And I'm getting really good at that. So let me see what number we got. 45. Let's go 46. So this is the new Leo, Aries, Sag. Sag. Sorry, I'm writing it down because I haven't figured it out yet how to do it, but I'm gonna put it so that the timestamps, each sign can click right to their thing, and hopefully that will work out better. We'll see as we go. She's doing good. She's in school. This is her last week, then she's out for like 3 weeks. The kids are spoiled these days. I don't remember. Oh, I'm just looking where it says live. See the time there? So because I did Aries and Leo already, now we're going to break into Sagittarius. And so when I post my description and the title on this one, I have to go in and edit it after, which will be helpful because I'll be able to hopefully take it off private and it'll go well. But then I can insert the timestamps, and hopefully people can just click on each timestamp and go. They can watch the whole thing if they want, or they can just go directly to their sign. And I'm hoping it will be better. Oh, it's because it's on my thing too. You're November, so you are Scorpio too, I think. Your birthday is November, so tomorrow I will be doing water signs because I think Kay is water sign. I think she said Scorpio too. So tomorrow will be the water signs. It'll probably be roughly the same time. I have to check. It'll either be 10 or 11 my time, depending on what time my workshop is. I can't remember. It's in the morning, so it'll be right after the workshop. But it'll be 4 days this week. So today, tomorrow, each day will be the fire, earth, water, air, and go through like that. Right now, we're going to do Sagittarius. So if you come back tomorrow, roughly the same time, for sure we will have Scorpio, and it will be posted. And if I do it right, we'll find out after this one. We'll find out after this one. This is the pilot test. If I put the timestamps right, then you'll be able to just click on that time and it will go well. I can't promise anything, but I'm hoping that's the goal. Okay, so for my Sagittariuses, let's have a self-care. You got two. Oh. Saggie's got two. You got an inspiration and a reflection. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Step outside of your routine today. Enjoy the freedom it brings. What's the significance of the blood moon? I don't have a lot of research in all of that, and I could look it up, and I actually am kind of doing research, but I'm more focused on the Mercury retrograde, the ones that I know and understand. But truly, any of the moons, no matter what happens, is things fall away. You're planting your seeds. You're nurturing. You're harvesting. You're letting go. Letting go, renew. Let go, renew. And the harvest moon, I believe, it's a super moon, but I don't know enough about it, so I don't want to go into too much detail. Although I do have a card on it, but I'll focus on that in a minute. If you give me a minute, I can look it up, but I just don't start doing the researching and all that stuff too much, because then I get focused on that and not on the other things that I'm doing. But if you want to look it up, I will make a post and do a little research on it, and I'll tag you in it. I don't mind doing that. I just don't, I can only focus on so much. I'm building a business, doing my content, posting the things for focusing on self and boosting our own healing energies. So when I start going down rabbit holes of research, it takes me off the other stuff. So I have to find the balance. But it is a very significant moon. I know that, and I've heard enough about it, but I don't like to talk too much on things that I don't know 100%, or I haven't done the research and understand all of the aspects. Because if you say one aspect and it goes into 20 different other ones, then people get upset. So, but I will look it up, do a little research, and I will make a post just for you. I just can't do it right now because I have to stay focused on the task at hand, or I'm in trouble. I'll never get nothing done. The deepest craving of human nature is the need to be appreciated. How can you show your appreciation for those around you today? Find a way using your words, your action, or your body. And it doesn't mean going crazy. It just means getting up and moving, dancing, doing something, putting your feet up. If you're always going, sit back, put your feet up. Give thanks for your body. Give thanks for all of the things around you. Be thankful for your toes, for your heels, for your fingers. Be thankful for every part of your body. And the more we say thank you, the more we say, the more gratitude we have. And again, it just turns into more and more of the same. So let me write it down. Basita. Now I'm writing it down. Just give me 1 second. Because there is, and I love looking things like this up, but if I can tag you in it, taking a shower. Oh, you're leaving me running. Thank you, Anastasia. I appreciate that. Sorry, I took time and I wrote that down, and I wrote your screen name down. So did I write the 6135? I did. So I will look it up, and I will find a pretty good breakdown that will break it down a lot easier. It'll either be today or tomorrow, but I will do that for you because I know when we're interested in something, and those little helpful things can be really helpful when you have someone explain it or lay it out in an easy way. But I don't like to do that if I have just closed the shop. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting how the different times, like we're complete opposite. That's good though, and make sure you get a good rest tonight. That was quick. Take a time out. Okay. When you recover or discover something that nourishes your soul and brings joy, care enough about yourself to make room for it in your life. Take a time out today and treat yourself to an energetic pick-me-up. And it's so funny because that's really what's going on with it's fire signs. So I think I'm going to end up just doing it fire signs, so it's all incorporated, because y'all really are on the same level, the same path. Learning how to take a break, learning how to be intentional, learning how to focus that in. I mean, they're a little bit different, but really, if we were to look at it generally, focusing our intentions, understanding that when we step forward, if we're doing it with our best intention and getting clear on what we're trying to do in that step. We don't have to have the whole pathway, but we have to be clear in that next step, so that it's hopefully leading us to the next one. And each step that we lead, we have to have a little bit of faith. No matter what, we have to step out in faith. But if we step out with that intention, we get very clear in our faith, and we get very clear in understanding how to step forward. If we know that that's our desire, if that's something that we want, then we can absolutely do that. I don't know why I didn't do this, so I could put these away as I go. Because when I was doing 3, I'm like, I want to make sure they're accessible. But so this one will be a little longer. Hopefully tomorrow won't be as long. But again, I used to do it for each one, and they ended up being about an hour. And I'm trying to make it a little more accessible so people don't have to sit their whole afternoon trying to figure it out. So we're winging it. The lives are a little longer, but when it posts, then you'll be able to go back to your complete sign, and hopefully that works. If not, we'll switch it up again. But I just want to make sure that we're figuring it out as we go. And when my daughter's home for spring break, I don't want to have all the crazy. I want to be able to spend time and do a little bit of work and not drive myself crazy. What do we got? Be bold and make the first. Oh, you got a few. Oh, you were telling a story for my Sagittarius. Be bold and make the first move. Work through your fears, right? That's what that timeout is for. That's what that understanding, and work through them before you take that first step forward. You can be scared. You can work through and understand, but you need to take that step and understand that you're doing it in spite of fear, and understand you're always good enough. Always good enough. You and your loved ones are safe. when you step forward, no matter how scared you are, no matter what's going on, right? When you're bold and you do it in spite of fear, you already know that confidence is built right in. It's coming, right? And especially for Sagittariuses, y'all are adventurous as they come. So you should know very well that adventure excites you. That's what you like to do. So instead of fearing it, just take that time and be a little more intentional in how you do things. And that's what's going on with the Leos and Aries too. So it's just finding that space of care, that space of peace, and getting clear on how we can be more intentional. Is that the word? Eclipse in Leo. That's passion again, right? You're following your passion, but you are getting clear on what it is. Understanding what your passion is allows that space for you, and it allows you to be a little more bold, a little more confident. And the reason is because it's something that you dream of, it's something you desire. And when you want something, it's a little easier to do it, a little longer, a little harder. When you're not making money, it's a little easier for you to endure. Maybe you have to continue your job while working it on the side, and that's okay for now. But I promise you, when you keep making those steps and showing up, those things will change very quickly. The idea is to support yourself through your passions. Take the time to get clear so each one of your steps are going to be intentional. And then we got cracked open and perspective. I'm not going to read both of them, but understanding this, the kindness that breaks you open, and it's funny because that's if you look at my content that's being posted all week, that's what's happening, right? The kindness that breaks you open, understanding what that is. And sometimes that kindness, giving that kindness to yourself is enough to break you open. Because when you're used to being told certain things or having this program of never being enough, not having all of those things, that kindness can really crack open the heart, and it's not a bad thing. It's allowing all that negativity to leave. It allows the light in those shadows. It allows the light in that trauma to say it's okay. It's not your fault. It was never your fault. But you have to be accountable to heal it and trust yourself and love yourself through it. And that's what's happening. You're learning that stepping forward in spite of fear allows those cracks to fill with light. It allows yourself to see through what you actually are, and it changes your perspective. And hello, are you at work, or are you just hanging out? I know I kind of people pop in and out all the time, and I love that. Oh, she's in Anastasia. I think she's in the shower. I think taking a shower, you're running. All right, perspective. Let me find the number. 94. So also, again, you'll hear me throughout the video pop out these angel numbers. If I say it and it calls to you, what it means is if you take the time and you do the homework and you go look it up, those little questions that are nagging in the back of your brain, whatever it is that maybe, you don't have to ask me, but it's there in the back of your brain. If you go and you look up those angel numbers, the one that calls to you is going to have the answer that you need. Coffee black. Hey girl, please turn off the gigantic head filter. I don't know how to do that. You're stuck with the gigantic head. Sorry. All right. So perspective. Angel number 94. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. Take a step back and look at the bigger picture of your life. Step away from the blinkered vision and reactive frame of mind of me against them. Change your perspective. Shift your point of view and zoom out, out, out. We are but a speck of dust in the universe, yet we think everything revolves around us. We see the planet as ours to own and conquer, pillaging the land and setting ourselves up for our eventual extinction. We build fences and walls and create invisible borders. Mother Earth doesn't need us to survive, but we need her. It's time to wake up. A new perspective is urgently needed. We become so lost in our individual experience that we don't realize that most of the things that keep us awake at night are actually distractions. We're wasting our precious time and resources fighting each other when we should be coming together to heal what's been severed. This moment is a breath in the timeline of your life. This life is a fleeting moment in the tapestry of your soul's experience. Your soul's experience is a flash in the timeline of the known universe, and the known universe is a grain of sand in the unknown universe. Take a moment to see the bigger picture, to find common ground, to find deep compassion in your heart, to gain a greater perspective of humanity in its fleeting moment in the timeline of your soul's existence, in the timeline of all that is, was, and ever will be. How are you being called to change your perspective? There's a moment where you get clear, right? You have to focus in on all the things that you want. You have to get clear in asking for it. Because in the big picture, in the grain of sand, we are all a drop in the ocean, right? We are each one of us a drop in the ocean, but collectively we are the ocean. And when we understand that, we have to get clear so we understand what it is we want. So we can focus our intention on that and make our intentional steps forward. However, once we get clear on it, we speak it into the universe, and we say, this is what I want, I'm clear on it, and then we let go. We don't micromanage the universe. We have to get clear and intentional on it, focus on it, dream it into being, put our intentions on focusing on that, take the action steps to get there, whatever that takes, right? It doesn't have to be some craziness. Small baby steps, it doesn't matter. Taking the steps to get there, and then putting our faith in God and letting the universe weave its web and bring it all to you. And as long as you're doing the action steps, acting as if you already have it, and getting clear, understanding what it is, what would it feel like? What would your backyard look like in the new house that you're trying to build or have, right? Get very clear. How are the kids behaving? What's going on? What plants do you have in the backyard? Those moments of focusing in and dreaming your desires are the moments that actually help you with your action steps, because they show you what you want. Okay, well, what's one step to get there? You go from what you want and you start reeling it back, right? And you may not have all the steps to get there, but if you reel it back, well, I can do this step, and then I can do this step, and then I can do this step. And while I'm doing these steps, the universe is creating the next one, which is going to lead you to your next 2 or 3. And if you have faith and you get clear in your intentions and then say, I put it out into the universe. I'm doing all I can do, and I'm waiting for you to catch up. And when you do that, I promise you, the universe is going to catch up. Those action steps aren't there to stop you. They're there to give you space and time and the ability to focus and make sure every one of those action steps count. And they're also saying it's okay when you take a break. Use that break time to focus on you, to love yourself, and to celebrate yourself. Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Where is it? Right here. This is the Work Your Light Oracle, and I love this one. Angel number 88. I love that angel number. It's one of my favorites. This is for my Saggies, too. Okay, angel number 88. 86. 88. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, and the divine plan. Which is just confirming everything I was just talking about. What time is it? Ooh, I gotta hurry up. Okay. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, was an ancient mystic who dedicated her life to laying the foundations for Christ consciousness to be woven through all of life. She is not widely known, but without her, Christ consciousness would not be rising as it is today. Anna represents the quiet dedication that is sometimes required to live a life of service. She represents the generations that came before that devoted their lives to dreaming a new world into being, while knowing they would not see the glorious end result. She represents the dutiful soldier, the unconditional mother, the mystic who can see the thread that is woven through all of life. Anna teaches us that we all have a part to play in the divine plan. It doesn't have to be on the world stage to be significant. One person's part is not worthier than another. One person's part may be to mother their children. Another may be to gather women in a circle each month. No part is better or worse, more important or less significant. We each have within us a seed of light that we incarnated to share. Anna is gathering us all to remember and to surrender to our part of the plan. This is the affirmation that goes with this card. Beloved Anna, thank you for laying the foundations for the divine plan. May the seeds of light within me be revealed, and may I surrender to my part of the divine plan. When you understand and you have faith and you're taking the steps and you're being intentional, you're doing what you're meant to do, and it doesn't matter whether you're here. I'm always at home too. I actually don't leave my house enough. I should, but I'm always so busy trying to get caught up and not get caught up. Sometimes it gets kind of caught behind. Like my daughter had 2 afternoon half days last week, and it threw off the whole schedule. But now that I've figured out a way that does it, and I have to make sure when I'm doing it that I'm doing it in a way that I feel good about it, because it's not about just shortening it for everyone. It's about figuring out what works for me, what allows people the space to do it, and that's why I do these. And then each week I do the kind of hangout, chill, ask questions, and we'll get figure it out as we go. I want to have a little bit of fun doing it. I want to ask the questions, help people get clear, but I also want to help people focus on these small intentions, plant the seeds of learning, gathering, understanding, and taking small actions. That's all I ever talk about right now, and it will change and evolve, but I feel like the more we can get back to basics and get really good at these small basic steps, then when we move ahead, it is a lot easier. And then we have gracious receptivity. Yeah, you're learning when you get quiet and you get intentional, that's where the answers are. 28. Angel number 28. Oh, this one's a long one. Ooh, I'm going to have to be quick. I'm going to have to cut out and run after this. Sorry, guys. Gratitude, being thankful, receptivity, giving without expectation, how worthiness and self-love can affect your capacity to receive and to give without depletion, overflow over obligation, thriving over surviving, and gifting economies. This one's really important, and giving what you can and understanding that that each one teach one, to pay it forward. They're there for a reason, and they're more important than you're ever going to know. If there was a manual for optimal human experience, one of the most potent points would be gratitude. Amen. It is the backbone of all spiritual practice. Writing a list of the things you are grateful for has been scientifically proven to have a profound positive effect on the mind and nervous system. When we shift our perspective from what we are lacking, needing, and desiring, we temporarily replace the survival factor with the resonance for thriving. When we acknowledge the miracle of our existence and how far we have come despite the challenges, it can bring back our inner smile. Gratitude can enliven an attitude of, I've got this. One of the best tricks for bringing something into your life is to already be thankful for it. That's what I was talking about, as if it has already arrived. This sets up the frequency of fullness and plenty rather than emptiness and need. As we have mentioned before, like attracts like, but there is a whole other power at play here, as true gratitude is anchored in the heart. Being moved by the sheer awe of appreciation and thankfulness is hugely pivotal to the way others and our environment responds to us. The next step is to give from our hearts without being asked or invited. When we emanate a field of new earth consciousness, giving can free us from expectation just by knowing that we can all thrive together when everything flows as a system of gifting. Yes, others may take advantage, but if you drop the fear of this outcome, it is quite likely that those of this frequency will also fall away. Holding up a beacon of light this way creates incentive and inspiration to those around you. As their cup fills, it unlocks space within them for resources in other areas. Thus, this giving overflow has a domino effect from person to person. Receptivity is a critical factor in the art of giving. Those who struggle to feel they have some resources to give away may also have trouble receiving. Some do not feel worthy enough to receive, even from themselves. As mentioned, heart energy is key to gratitude and receptivity. Here it brings us to self-love and how important it is for the feeling full enough so that our overflow doesn't deplete. When you allow yourself to receive from those in your heart's joyous overflow and give from a place beyond expectation or obligation, a whole new paradigm reveals itself. You will discover a new way of thriving. Giving and receptivity is a two-way flow. Each allows space for the other. When we are in our hearts, we have limitless resources, and that starts with gratitude. Could gifting economies be the seed for a more joyful paradigm of making the world go round? Consider your relationship with gratitude, how comfortable you feel receiving, and what you love to give. Are there themes that allow you the joyous overflow of giving without limitation? How can you add this to the lives of others more often, away from the fear that you will get used up if you give without guaranteed reciprocity? Are there areas where you are overextending yourself? Can you give more from areas where you are stronger and have more skill and capacity? Right now, you may feel you have little to give. If so, allow yourself to receive more. The gift of the sun on your face on a winter's day or a compliment from a stranger. Allow yourself to drink every drop. After all, it is up to you how deeply you wish to drink of the gift that is shared. Often we take only a little sip, even when there is so much more we could appreciate. And yet it is beautiful when you give to someone and they light up and receive it fully. Gratitude, self-love, and self-worth are interwoven with the capacity to receive. Together, they nourish your soul. Step into your heart space by listing all you are grateful for and notice how full you start to feel. From this place, your gifting capacity can spiral upward. And this is what I talk about so much when we give from a full cup. And that's what I do. I fill my cup every day. And those small practices, those dreaming of what you desires, those moments that you take space and give space for yourself, that's how we fill our cup. Giving. I do things every single day to give. When I give this, I give. I don't ask for things. I don't ask for likes, shares, comment. I don't ask for any of that. You're more than welcome to do that, and it's always appreciated when you do. But for me to ask for that, this is my own thing too. I feel like that makes it transactional. When I give when my cup is full, and that's the way we should be doing that. And when people give, whatever it is, it's an energy exchange. Yes, we're not trying to get rich. We're trying to share love and kindness and help. And if one little thing sticks, I did my job. I can walk away and say, even if nobody that's here right now got it, my message is going up. And the people, you can go back, I have tons of videos that all talk about healing and all, like, that's all I talk about. I'm like a broken record, and I don't feel bad about it because it took me 44 years, 42 years to get it. And I've always been aspiring for it, but I finally got so caught up in the aspiring that I didn't realize that I've already been achieving it, right? And now we're all achieving it in small steps. But if I can get you to focus and say, man, I did do that. Pat my own back. Buy myself a cupcake. Do something that says, I did that and I need to celebrate me. Because when you do that, you start connecting. You connect with the trees. You connect with the earth. You connect with God. You connect with your spirit team, your ancestors, and every single one that wants to support you. And when we can do that, that's what I want everybody to know. We give what we can give, but we give from overflow. And then we're not needing anything. I give because I'm full. And when people give to me, I receive it fully. And trust me, I'm still working on that. My alchemy emotion, we're talking about this week, the kindness that breaks you open. And that's a hard space to be at, because learning that you don't know how to receive is kind of messed up. And it's hard to understand for your brain. Why? But it's because you had to learn that you are worthy. But the problem is we're inherently worthy. And if more people actually started understanding that, instead of the programming that says, I must be this, I must be 10 pounds, I must be this, I must dress like this, I must have this, I must be at this stage for me to be worthy. If you're breathing, you're inherently worthy. And now I'm starting to see that shift. And it's funny that that's what the angel number is, the unexpected shift. I'm starting to see the shift. I'm starting to see more people show up. I'm starting to see more people say, oh, that makes sense. Oh, I do that already. Yeah, I'm not telling you something new. I'm telling you you're already doing it. Now I just want you to focus, celebrate it, so you do it more. Because the more you do it, the more you understand it's an actual tool. And as we take those tools, when I do these, this is my monthly one, but every time I do my talks and I pull the cards at the reading, at the end of the reading, at the end of the teaching session, I do that because visually it helps confirm, because I'm shuffling the cards. What comes out, how is it going to possibly align with what I'm saying if it's not spirit saying, yes, that's what she's trying to tell you. It's not me. I'm giving the message. I'm the channel for the message, but it just confirms. You can visually see, like, it's so simple. These are little small things that you're already doing. I'm going to get in trouble. I got to run. I got to hurry up. 2 more minutes and I got to go. I'm going to be late to get my daughter. Okay, angel number for my Saggies, 0505, the unexpected shift. Divine guidance, transformation, love, serendipity, intuition, adaptability, new opportunities. That's my favorite. A sudden change is coming, encouraging you to follow your true passions. While it may disrupt your current path, it will lead you to where you belong, whether that's a loving relationship, your dream career, or a new location. Embrace the unexpected, trust your instincts, and welcome the opportunities that arise. I'm telling you, we all have it right there. We're right on the precipice. But it's just about, if you can't sit still, not just sit still, let me rephrase that, because you don't have to sit still. But if you can't clear your mind of all the junk, the shoulda, woulda, couldas, the programming, the ideas, other people's projections, your own expectations to keep you up with the Joneses, if you can't get rid of that and clear your mind, you can't allow that channel. You don't make room for those ideas, for that greatness to come. And I want to make sure that when you can clear your mind, you allow space for that to come. And that's pretty exciting. I have to, we need just one, please, because I can't mess around. Okay, I didn't say throw it at me. I didn't say throw it at me. Today, I consciously choose to think loving thoughts, take compassionate actions, and bring forth peaceful energies. My Saggies, you got this. You're understanding your next step. It's that shift is there. You understand how to do it. You know that you're creating the blueprint, and you know that every step requires faith, but you trust in yourself because you know how to get quiet and find the tools and do all the things that you need. You don't have to know the whole path, but you know the next step, and you trust your steps forward now because you know how to get calm, get quiet, to think about your desires, how to project them and say, here you go, to the universe, and then let it go. And then you're doing the action steps. That is grounding it in, that's bringing it to earth just by doing it. And you do it by being grateful, by giving wherever you can. It doesn't have to be money, time, energy, space, love, but you're giving from a full cup. You give to you first, fill your cup, and all the overflow will feed the whole world. And it will continue on because you fill their cup, and they take what they need to fill their cup, and it overflows, and then they give, and it pays it forward. And that ripple that you're making, you already know it. But I need you to be very clear and understand that small ripple, those baby steps, I don't care if it's 1,000,000 of them, imagine all the ripples they're going to create. You're already doing it. The unexpected shift isn't actually as unexpected as you might think. You're just now starting to see it. You're unexpectedly being able to see it. And that's really, really important. Tomorrow, I'm going to be here to do the water signs for the same thing. I have to get my bunning gear. I'm going to be late to get my daughter. But I love you guys. I thank you for showing up. And this will post. It probably won't be until after I get back from my daughter, because I want to add the timestamps in the description so people can just click to whoever it is they're looking for. But I'll be on tomorrow for water, and then we have earth and air. So this week, all of them. But tomorrow will be Scorpio. Yeah, I got to go. I love you so much. I'm coming to check out your stuff as soon as I get home. I just had to get this done, or I would never get it done. I love you. I appreciate you for showing up, and I can't wait. I still have to go to your profile. I'm going as soon as I get home. I have it on the list. I put my playlist together, and I go through all of the things, and like I pick one or two people a day, and I kind of go through their playlist. And you were on my list for today, so I'm gonna be there today at some point. Okay, I gotta go. I love you guys. I hope you have a good day, and it will be posted probably within an hour or so. I love you. Bye. Yes, I gotta go. Oh, did I do it?